السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم I'm back. I'm the Shazli Amil, and recently someone asked me a question which I thought would be beneficial to record this video, especially those who are learning amliyat and want to go into it. A very important question which I'm not going to go too deeply, but I'm going to go and speak about it briefly. The question that was proposed or that was asked is, what is black magic and what's its purpose? Now you'll find various definitions of jadoo, of sihr, in its linguistical meaning and also in its practical meaning. But what I'm going to do is talk about it from an easy way a person can hopefully inshallah understand what is black magic. And very briefly, black magic is basically a demonic force. It's a force, it's an energy, which is either created by humans or shayateen, the devils, jinnat, who practice this art. It is created by using of invocations, words, sentences, or even actions that are blasphemous, that are against the core of Sharia, the core of conduct, the core of Aqidah, with the intention to harm someone, to cause a destructive nature of a destructive essence. For example, to stop someone succeeding in life, to cause them physical pain, spiritual pain, to cause them mental issues, to make them less popular in society, and all of that. What drives the person to perform black magic is really due down to self-interest. It's that they either have this immense hasad, envy, or they have this jealousy towards a particular person or a group of people in which they want to exact their will onto them. And what they do is, without going too much into details, they do certain practices which as a result has a dark force, has a dark energy, and that dark energy inflicts the person and it affects the person. It could affect the person mentally, it could affect the person physically, and it could affect the person spiritually. So that's what black magic is in essence. It's basically an energy, a force that is created with evil intent to cause harm and destruction, either by humans or either by jinns, shayateen, which create this and then they inflict it upon their target audience. Now, the purpose of magic, it really comes down to what the individual, the purpose of magic is in reality is to destroy. There's nothing good about black magic that can be used. Even if people are foolish enough to perform black magic in order to develop themselves, for example, get certain contracts or go out in fields, in reality they're doing their own destruction, because they're invoking evil entities and using that sort of evil energy, that even if you're trying to intend good out of it, the end product will be nothing but evil. I've heard of several cases where people went into the field of jadoo and they became very, very rich, but the flip side of it is that their whole children and their whole generations started developing illnesses in which the wealth, the fame, everything went away. So what they thought they were using for good, as an evil tool, as an instrument, came and destroyed him. And the worst thing that can black magic do is not just cause you physical, mental, spiritual. It can actually take your iman away, your faith away. That's why it's severely punishable in Sharia about the of person using this force, because of its destructive nature on the person you're intending to, and the person practicing it, and the effect it has on society. Not most importantly, the effect it has on your faith and your belief. Now, the purpose of magic, it really comes down to what is your intention, what is the intention of the person, a black magician who performs this, or a person or a jinn who's evil, shaitan, who wants to harm someone. It all comes down what is their intention. So that black magic will be specific for that. Now, under the category of black magic or sihr, you do get subcategories which people like Sifli and all these various forms which people have categorized, which they've categorized it according to how that force was attained. For example, Sifli would be attained by using Sifli practices, and so that's what they mean by the different types of magic. But in reality, magic is a destructive force, and it's created by the use of blasphemous practices invoking the devils and the shayateen, and they will come in the olden days, like I've said before in the first video of mine, that in the olden days you had to go and learn, but now because of the readiness of the shayateen, they want to help to destroy you and your family and the whole of the race of Adam, the children of Adam. So they are willing to learn. Anyone who wants to learn, they will come and teach you, but it'll end up causing your own destruction. So that comes down to what is the purpose of magic. I've explained what is magic, what is its purpose. And the question is, who does magic? As I've said, what I was going on to, the point I was going to make is that because of the readiness of the shayateen to teach magic and the creation of the internet and globalization and the fact that everything can be accessed readily from the phone, this channel is open to everyone, and as a result, you get many people performing magic. And I don't mean the illusionary tricks that you see, pulling a rabbit out of your hat, or a card trick, or a sleight of the hand, or illusionists, as they say, but those who actually spend years or go deep into it. There are many people, many walks of life, and it's not just the Asian community or the Arab community. You get English people, you get African people, you get Chinese people, you get every form of people from all ages, from all backgrounds, from all genders that perform magic, and and they perform it to certain levels depending on how much they've gone into it and what they want out of it. So the question is, okay, black magic, we know what it is, we know its purpose. It comes down to the use of the individual for destructive, so it's of a destructive nature, and we know that it can be performed by any, but mainly it's performed by magicians, black magicians, those who have spent years into this art, or it could be practiced by shayateen, the evil jinns, they practice this. So the question is, how does a person know if he's affected by black magic or not? Well, it's very, very simple. You will suddenly start seeing that it could be you suddenly started developing illnesses, and the root cause of these illnesses are not known, or the treatment of these illnesses. For example, you've been suddenly diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar, and you've been taking medication, but it's having no effect. You are a happy-go-lucky person, you're very sociable, and suddenly you've become anti-sociable, you've locked yourself in the room, your way of thinking has changed. You know, you used to keep yourself clean, now you don't feel like it, you're not bothered, you're not motivated. The effects of jadoo are various depending on the type, but the main thing is people have some sort of inclination that they have jadoo themselves, they have magic on themselves, because they'll feel pains throughout their body, headaches, some sort of psychosis, whether it could be bipolar, schizophrenia, feeling that there's immense fear for no reason, being not confident, being stressed over little things. And then a little question arises: how can you tell whether these symptoms are of simple illnesses, or are they actually down due to magic? Now, a person who's practicing amliyat will be able to tell straight away, and a person inflicted could be told straight away, because if they have severe reaction towards certain recitations, certain names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in fact, and the person who's suffering it will probably notice that when they don't like hearing the azan, for example, they don't like the Quran, they don't anything religious, they don't want to go near it, for example. For an amil is very easy, because when they do certain recitations, it becomes shown either like an x-ray, or you've been told through either your muwakkalat or ilham, ilqa in your qalb, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be showing what's the problem. And then you would treat it using the Quranic wazaif and the Quranic through the specific verses of the Quran, and also the specific du'as from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. So hopefully that's answered the question: what is black magic? What is purpose? Why do people? Who does magic? So as I should say. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And inshallah, we'll go into more depth in the future, inshallah, with regards to magic and how one can protect oneself and how can one tell if one's in more detail. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.